Could you give me more applause to encourage me, since this is my first speech in English? Let me hear your 100% applause. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My topic today is 100% MDRT. My name is Chow, and I'm from Hong Kong. I joined the insurance industry 20 years ago. Look at me. I look much younger than the professionals with 20 years of experience, right? Shortly after I joined this industry, I was so glad that my production helped me qualify for the next year's MDRT membership. In 2009, 10 years after I first qualified as an MDRT, I qualified for the MDRT Life membership, achieving one of the goals in my life. In the beginning of 2010, I had a meeting with my colleagues. I told them my personal production goals has been fulfilled. From now on, I would like to focus more on developing my team, and furthermore to be promoted as a district director. That meant that I would no longer proactively conduct personal business, but I would pay 100% of my attention to team growing and building. 6 months went by. Guess what the trend was of my personal production? To be honest with you, my team's production and my own production dropped. How was the recruitment going? Well, there were 2 new agents. One of them stayed for only 1 month. The other one continued working for me. One day, I asked the agent why she stayed. She answered, "I feel so sorry about your terrible situation. I think that if I stay on your team, you might feel better." I was so unhappy and so frustrated. Several colleagues encouraged me to participate in the MDRT annual meeting. So I went to the Vancouver MDRT annual meeting. I engaged in the PGA program, as well as volunteering at the first-time MDRT qualifiers orientations. When I was talking with the Hong Kong colleagues during the orientation, I heard a lady speaking Mandarin saying, "Can I take a picture with you, all you handsome and beauties?" "Of course," I said. We waited and waited, but she didn't come over to us. Well, we thought, if you aren't coming to us, we will come to you. As we approached her, I suddenly realized that she was using a cane because she had polio. Then I asked myself, if a physically challenged person can achieve MDRT, how come those of us who are not physically challenged person cannot achieving MDRT or COT? And for those who see themselves as brilliant, why not a TOT? The whole picture excited me. I still remember that during the annual meeting, the workshop session were in the afternoon. I didn't want to miss any workshops since I had paid for it. I made sure I was on time for every workshop. Among those who were late for one workshop was an elderly gentleman using a cane, searching for a seat. As he walked by me, his voice kept repeating, "Excuse me, excuse me." Wow, he looked like he was 80 years old. Is it still an MDRT at such an old age? I said to myself, he must be a life member, being an MDRT due to his early years production. But when I looked closely at his name badge, I realized that he was a qualifying and life member, which meant that he had become an MDRT that year at such an old age. I was so touched. Sometimes we wonder why we need to be an MDRT. But the question really should be, why not be an MDRT? So many times, the speakers in the main platform sessions are those who have achieved MDRTs continuously over the decades, or someone who has achieved many TOTs within 1 year. The accomplishment of predecessors seemed to be unreachable. However, there was one speaker who appeared on the stage who shocked me. She was a gorgeous lady, but as she was introduced by the MC, he stated that she had only achieved 1 MDRT and 2 COT, but had never achieved even 1 TOT. However, now she was a speaker on the main platform. At that moment, thoughts flashed through my mind. Is it also possible that I could become a main platform speaker at the MDRT annual meeting? I was not sure if I could do this, even though I was very eager to become a speaker. I could envision no way to get there. Then I remembered one golden sentence. The most exciting thing you get from a journey is not the destination, but the whole journey itself. I realized that this sentence was the truth. There are many times when we are on a trip, that the happiest moment is not the time we arrive at the destination, but in the commitment of deciding to go, planning the trip, and the process of getting to the destination. When our short journey ends, we always start to think about a new one. Since that's the case, why don't we think about a longer trip or a lifetime goal? While listening to that speaker, I set up a lifetime goal to become a main platform speaker at an MDRT meeting. So that's why I am here today. This is not an annual meeting. My dream hasn't come true yet. But this is one more step toward my goal. When I have a goal, I set strategies to achieve it. First, I had to get approval from the speaker nomination panel. I was barely approved by the panel due to my poor English. So I hired an English language tutor. Second, I will need to be distinguished. One person can get his TOT within 1 year, and may even keep on as a TOT for years. Being excellent, but without being noticed. Being excellent alone is not necessarily surprising. But if everyone on the team achieved the MDRT, it would be amazing. Then the direction of development was decided. Now it was time to consider specific steps. Instead of thinking it about from the beginning, why not begin with the end in mind? We needed to find out what kind of team could achieve 100% MDRT and what kind of characteristics they should have. First of all, which group of people are very eager and fully capable of achieving MDRT? We start with quality recruitment. When people want to join my team, they have to go through 4 interviews. You may think that 4 interviews are too much, and some people may quit during this process. However, if they quit, that is a good thing, because it is evident that they weren't the right ones for our team. We believe that the best training can never make up for a mistake in selection. Our limited resources should be put into the right people. After many years of development, now there are over 95% of our agents who have a bachelor degree, which includes 68% of agents with postgraduate degrees. Among them, there are CFPs, CFAs, CPAs, doctors, lawyers, and investment bankers. That makes us a very professional team. The second thing we do is target marketing. Actually, insurance products can be extravagant or simple, depending on clients' budget. If people have health and money, they can become our clients. Theoretically, the longer we stay in this industry, the easier it is to develop new clients because of referrals. However, we found that many agents who have been in this industry for over 10 years, suffer from the problems of prospecting. The main reason for such a situation is due to the lack of target marketing. They haven't chosen the target to which to provide the service. Our target market is professionals, and our slogan is professional to serve professionals, which is quite helpful for us in recruiting professionals. The third thing is to make 15 appointments per week, which is taught by Mr. Tony Gordon. Sometimes we may not be able to control our mood or our attitude. But what we can control is how many people we meet every day. Interestingly, when we have enough activity, we feel better. And these activities can solve almost 80% of the problems agents have. We believe that ordinary people can achieve MDRT by being diligent. The last thing is determination. There's nothing you can't do in this world, but it's up to you to do it or not to do it. In mid-2016, we heard that the 2017 MDRT annual meeting will be held in Orlando. I asked all of our agents to buy one-trip air tickets from Hong Kong to Orlando. Really? The agent asked. Of course, I answered. What if we cannot achieve it? If you can't achieve it, you can go anyway. Boss, you are so crazy. Yes, I am crazy. Crazy people create crazy success. By following this series of action in 2016, we make it. We achieved 100% MDRT, 39% COT, and TOT. If I can do it, you can too. 100% MDRT is not a dream, but a possibility. Thank you.